Alright, give me one sec. Sorry, I was just finishing journaling. I was just finishing my journal real quick before we get started with a little bit of meditation. But we're still gonna start with a little bit of meditation. Just a FYI. Always plan on it. Give me one sec. I'm gonna find this one that I know we all enjoy. Quick 4 minutes.
Psst. This is your conscience. Today I'm going to share something with you that I put together for myself a very long time ago. If you don't believe in tapping into the mind, meditation, or the benefits of affirmations, or if your trading has no room left for improvement, please thumbs down this video and close it immediately. For those of you who are struggling with discipline, self-control, managing your emotions, please put on some headphones and enjoy. You are a disciplined trader. You are in control and focused at all times. You are calm and patient. You are humble and respect the markets. Tread cautiously, but with confidence. Cocky degenerates are part of the 90%. You are part of the 10%. Sit on your hands and snipe with a kill shot. Be selective for that one good trade. The markets move slow. Don't jump the gun. Your job is to react, not to predict. There's nobody standing over your shoulder. You are your own boss. Would you fire yourself for trading this way? Day trading is a serious business. This is a dream job with unlimited potential. Would you rather work in a cubicle? Be mindful, never be careless, always be self-aware, and most importantly, always give a fuck. Consistency is an equity curve that is a slow stair climb, as few trades as possible. Pushing and pressing leads to emotions, bad decisions, and impulse trades. This is a marathon, not a race. You are at your best with 2 to 3 trades a day. History has proven this over and over. The plan is 2R, all or nothing. This is pure probabilities. Don't be greedy, don't get rattled out. Remember Tesla and remember Weight Watchers. Long term, large enough sample size, the math will take care of itself. There are 3 outcomes in a day. 1 and done and plus 2R, 1 for 2 and plus 1R, or 0 for 2 and minus 2R. 1R a day is 20R a month. This is consistency. Everything else is boom and bust trading. If you aren't satisfied with 2R a day, you aren't happy with 40R a month. 1 and done in the first 10 minutes is a job well done. Pack it up and go enjoy your life. You deserve it. Amateurs give back a week worth of gains in a day. Gamblers keep trading after reaching goal. Remember the days you went from goal to max loss. Noobs do this and hate themselves afterwards. Remember the regret. Overtrading leads to being emotional. Overtrading leads to addictiveness and compulsiveness. Do not relapse. Overtrading leads to the Hulk. Your equity curve will have wild, erratic swings. Why would you watch the markets if you're done for the day?
As mentioned, you know, I think that video is very powerful because I used to battle with over trading all the time, and honestly, over trading is usually because you don't know well your strategy well enough. Over trading is a reflection of insecurities from a direct reflection of insecurities of what you have or have not been doing, right? So make sure that you guys don't overtrade. Remember, there's only been 5 days out of the month of September that we've traded so far, and there's been well over 10. Um, there's been well over 10 trading days. So be sure that you guys aren't, over trading. That's one thing that I've battled with. Make sure that you're not under trading. Maybe you're being too much of a perfectionist, too picky. But anyways, guys, what's good was good. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Happy to be here this morning. Thank you guys for sharing this time and space with me. It is, I believe, day 16, day 17. Let me see. 1 second. Day 17. Right? Yeah, we are at day 17 of our 30-day challenge. We're on the second half, guys. We're on the second half. Hold on, let me put my little tally mark. Day 17, let's go. All right. So, guys, in terms of the dollar, yeah, yesterday was freaking funny. Okay, so in terms of the dollar, happy Thursday, brother. Much love, man. In terms of the dollar, I mean, we wanted that previous weekly high. We got it. We didn't get that initial low of the week. Okay, we did not get that initial low of the week, which is what I really thought we were going for this week. So we maybe just straight up build liquidity and we come for these next week. So I'm not too much in a hurry to get down there. Yeah, I'm not in too much of a hurry to get down there right now. So, in terms of the daily objective did hit. So for me now, I want to see price action come down to these blue boxes right here. Okay, so in terms of a daily, I just have an intraday perspective, and it's getting down to these boxes down here. Okay, I want to see what happens in these blue shaded boxes, which are these gaps on the left. So yeah, I'm gonna wait to see what happens here. There's also just a gap right here. I'm gonna just drag that out. So my objective is this middle one right here. This middle one around the opening price. I want to see what happens there. And then essentially, I mean, if we get to these lows, cool. But that's more long term. I see it more happening within the next week, not necessarily this week. So this morning we also had PPI. CPI didn't do shit. It didn't do shit. It just stayed in the same area. EU ended up hitting me out at break even. It came back, it left, it came back and left, and it came back some more. And so when price action, man, I don't even remember where I entered. I think I entered somewhere here, but yeah, no, it came back and it went. It came back and it went. But I had to put my stop loss at a 5-minute imbalance, and then I don't remember where I entered. But I had put my stop loss at a 5-minute imbalance, and then at the end of the day, it took me out at break even. I was super okay with it because my boy RJ had said that it was gonna short hard, and when RJ says that shit, it's gonna short, I don't doubt it. I mean, that man's is absolutely slaying EU. Anyways, we did get into EU weekly lows, daily lows. Yeah, daily lows. Okay, we did get these daily lows. We have not gotten to that previous weekly low, and I don't think we're gonna get there yet. I believe we're gonna have a small pullback. Like, this is bullish, and you know what's gonna be surprising is if we close bullish for the day. Because I mean, if we close bullish for the day, I am gonna be looking at way higher prices with all this liquidity sweep. Yeah, ideally I would want EU to just short though. Not gonna lie. Same. EU was a headache yesterday. Yeah, it was just not taking off. You know, it was not the asset to go long on. There was definitely assets that longed yesterday, and EU was not one of them. There was definitely some longs yesterday, though. Oh man. So Nasdaq is about 50% and above of this range, and we're still not there yet to our weekly objective. I don't know if you guys remember this, but we had a weekly objective of that mitigation candle one more time. Give me one sec. So we're gonna look at this in terms of a daily. I mean, let's go through it. So Tuesday closed above imbalances, right? Tuesday closed above imbalances. Monday, Tuesday? Yeah, Monday closed above imbalances. Okay? So Monday closes above imbalances. Then you have Tuesday that absolutely just comes right back down, takes out previous daily low. Okay? One sec. Let's see. This is Tuesday. Okay? And then you have Wednesday, CPI comes down, sweeps the lows, well, some of the lows, doesn't make it back to the low end, okay? Doesn't make it back to the discounted end. But I'll tell you something about this range, guys. Once you get a pretty large range, I like to divide those in half. Okay, and I only like to divide them in half when price action fully closes above 50%, because then that means we're in premium, and from premium we can drive down to discount. And you can see here we did come back down to discount range of this premium range, right? So this was Wednesday. This was CPI actually. This was CPI. So Tuesday, one sec. Yeah, CPI was wild. It did not. Oh, it did not do much. Sorry, I wasn't supposed to paste that somewhere else. Cool. So I'm filling out my journal as we go. So now on a daily perspective, man, I honestly wanted to see some shorts, but you know, given the DXY, we may still get them. But currently DXY, I oh shit, hold on. I have moved my screen out of the way. One sec. Okay. All right. So in terms of DXY, I know we went long, super long already, but I believe we can get right back up to this blue shaded box one more time. So I'm long until we get back in this zone. Okay. Once we're back in that zone, then I'll, we'll see, we'll reevaluate. But as of now, I am long until we get to the zone. Okay. Long into the zone, maybe even take out the high, maybe not, but definitely playing with this previous wick. Okay, this large up push, I want to see price action back up there. And why is that? Because bullish order flow. We don't just hit major levels of liquidity and immediately reject and just dump for the rest of our lives. Like, it doesn't happen like that. Usually it takes one or two taps before we get the rejection of these higher time frame objectives. But yeah, essentially I want to see price action just move lower and take out all of these lows right here. That's why I was saying that blue shaded box in the middle, because it's at the bottom of this current range right here. So I'm very much in favor of the shorts. I just need a strong level to short from. We'll see. This 5-minute is walking itself down, but we'll see. We'll see more during this next hourly closure. So in terms of Nasdaq and Dow, let's go back to Nasdaq. Oh shit, I went too far. So in terms of Nasdaq for the daily, Honestly, I feel like we're gonna stay within this range. I don't think we already took out previous daily highs. We're super bullish. It just makes sense to continue going higher as long as DXY does end up pushing lower. But if not, I mean, we're gonna see potentially this area being respected. You know, on an intraday perspective for NASDAQ, if we do go long, I'd prefer if we went long below Asian lows. But as of right now, if I had to say, Asian lows here. I'm going to look at Asian lows. And I'm definitely going to look at this previous daily high. Just a lot of downside liquidity. Yeah, short term, I want to see us go down here. But long term, I just want to continue going higher. So I am bullish overall. Definitely feel like this is straight up liquidity buildup. And if we leave these triple bottoms, then so be it. I won't be part of the longs. But I would at least like to see some shorts into those areas. Into those lows. We'll see what happens here at the 9:30 open. But ideally, I'd want to see us short from this area here. That imbalance, that whole last push up, that swept liquidity. I do think that we can get a nice pullback into there. Yeah, so in terms of entry, I believe at the open, we're going to get a nice mitigation here and continue pushing to the downside. Yeah, just the triple bottoms, quick short-term shorts. And for Dow, I just don't see that happening yet. We did take out previous daily high. We came back into our daily mitigation candle. Yeah, we're back at the mitigation candle. We've been struggling to go past this area. We've been struggling tough to go past this area. But yeah, no, ideally I'd want to see longs into previous weekly highs. That could take place today. We're in a strong level of resistance. I would like to close above first and then continue going higher. As of right now, I just don't see that. We also got Asian lows here on Dow. But on Dow, I'm more looking at these blue shaded boxes right here. But overall, long term, I want to see price action go to 35,285. 35,285. On NASDAQ, like I said, you know, shorts. I'm short term short. I just want to see the Asian low. So the open's here in less than 4 minutes. We'll see what the open does for us. Maybe we'll get a nice intraday perspective setup. Maybe. In terms of Dow, I'd hold off on Dow right now. I want to see more evidence on Dow. S&P. Taking out all this internal liquidity, 50% and above. I like S&P shorts, but yeah, I like S&P shorts, to be honest. S&P honestly looks like the only one that that's gonna short for sure. Got all this liquidity down underneath. Double bottom, triple bottom almost. Got Asian lows. Yeah. I'm looking at S&P shorts. We're at 50% and above of the daily range, 50% and above of the weekly range. It's ideal for me to look for shorts in these areas. DXY and indices been pumping together. Yeah, they've been not correlating very well, for sure. I noticed that too. Indices should have definitely dumped, but they haven't. You know, there's no weakness in the market. That's what we can get from this. You know, in terms of measuring weakness and strength. Give me 1 second. I need to sneeze. Yeah, sorry. So in terms of looking for weakness and strength, you can find it in the relative for the US dollar in relationship to the US dollar. If the US dollar has a lot of strength, then you should see more weakness in the indices. But the fact is that indices have a lot of strength right now because they are struggling. They are refusing to move any lower than they already have. So that's why I'm pretty hesitant on the shorts. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm pretty hesitant on the shorts. That's why I'm waiting for like a little bit more evidence. You know, the opening is going to happen right now on NASDAQ. 5 minutes still bullish on the 5 minutes. So just beware of that. If you are going to short it, just beware. It's still bullish on any other time frame but the 1 minute. The 1 minute is probably like the only one that did this. But look at the 5 minute on the right. Just respecting. Ideally, you'd want to see shorts in all of these areas. But the way the indices have been struggling to short off, that's what makes me hesitant. Okay? DXY's pumping back to our blue shaded area. I want to see what happens up here after we take out this liquidity. I am going to take a short right there. Oh, it didn't register. Oh, no, I did. I did double. That sucks. I do not want double. 1 sec. My stuff like froze, guys. Don't do this. And then just aiming for that triple bottom that we mentioned. That triple bottom, including Asian lows. Quick question. So when considering old gaps, what is your mindset about them? Are you expecting a solid reaction out of those areas since it's a clear area of market manipulation? This is a great question. When it comes to gaps, so the way that I view gaps is the same way that I view imbalances, order blocks, liquidity levels. Everything that you guys see me mark on the chart, I view it as support or resistance. Some of the support and resistance levels are a lot stronger than others, of course. Guys, who's in these NAS shorts? Who's in these NAS shorts? Drop some sevens in the chat. I want to see. Who's in these NAS shorts? In there. Nice. Nice. Yeah. Guys, when is the only time that we trade the open? It's when there's news at 8:30. There was news. There was PPI, I believe. PPI like an hour ago. At this point, I personally go break even just because I don't trade the open that often. This is a pretty good area to take partials as well. This is a previous area of accumulation. We are still bullish on the 15 minute. So just, you know, pay yourselves out. Whenever you guys are in a trade and winning, like, man, all I can say is pay yourselves. There's something that I didn't do much of when I first started this journey was fucking paying myself. Pay yourself more often. Like, if you think you're paying yourself enough, you're not. You pay yourself more often. If there's something that I did not do as often as I should have back in my early days, it was paying myself more. I'm gonna get out of the 1 minute, by the way, just because it's a lot of noise and I don't like watching the 1 minute that closely. It gives me anxiety. Just being so real with you guys makes me antsy. I don't like it. S&P did not short. Nasdaq just pumping back to that upside. Like I mentioned, it's just one single tap into an area usually is never just it. It's always multiple taps into an area that create a rejection, especially if it's a higher time frame. That's a previous weekly high right there. That orange level, previous weekly high. Yeah, I'm not watching this that closely. Because if you stay on the 1 minute, look, accumulation, pullbacks, and all this stuff. And then if you go on the 5 minute, you're like, okay, it looks a lot nicer. Like less noise. The only times that I trade around this time is when there was already news that hit. Okay, when there was already news that hit at 8:30 Eastern. This is the only times that I trade the open. There was news, there was PPI an hour ago. This is why we're trading the opening price. You guys already know it's not usually what I do. There has to be certain criteria met. At this triple bottom right here, I am going to take one contract off. At this first bottom right here, I am planning on taking some off right there. Noted, we trade the open when we had news. More than that, it's like high impact news. Make sure that you put that in there. High impact news. It can't just be any fucking news. It has to be high impact news. So PPI, CPI yesterday was a good example. Even though CPI didn't do anything, it was a good example of when we do show up and not do anything. But yeah, PPI, CPI. PPI, CPI, NFP, PMI, all of those guys. Jay Powell, I love it when Jay Powell speaks. Yeah. Respecting this imbalance. We closed below this imbalance. That's a really good bearish sign right there. Look at the way that we respect that imbalance, that bearish one. I mean, that bullish one on the opposing side of the spectrum. And then just use it, right? Because at one point, it's support. A lot of people look at this as a level of support to take price higher. But what was once support can now be our newfound resistance once we close below it. If we close below it, trade back into it, reject away from it. That's why I don't erase my areas. That's why you guys see like a lot of blue shaded areas, like dragging across my map, my maps, my charts. Price is rejecting from that area pretty nicely. Could take me out. For those of you who I told you to pay yourselves, I hope you guys listened. But I'm not gonna close this. I still believe in the trade. I'm not gonna move my stop loss and take anything off. I'm just gonna leave it. It's gonna do whatever it needs to do. Look how close we were to that bottom though. Super, super close. Struggling to go higher. We'll see what DXY decides to do. Came back. Like I mentioned, it came right back to our blue shaded area. This is what I wanted to see. So now I can anticipate distribution. Right? Because we tapped it once and we came back twice. Okay, now I'm okay with waiting for some level of distro. Okay, but now it needs to break structure. So until that happens, then, you know, I remain bullish. You also mentioned something about news in the time the other day. I think you said 8:30 news usually aim for stops. Post my open tend to be the expansion. I don't have like that I guess strict of a timing when it comes to it. Like I don't have a direct dialogue as to what each thing is interpreted as. Oh look, this is interesting as fuck. Okay, sorry, before I answer that. We trade above the imbalance. When we look how we mitigated out of it, and we traded above to it. Now we took out some 5-minute internal liquidity right there. Boom, that's a good entry right there. That's a beautiful fucking entry right there if I've ever seen one. That right there. Order block, internal liquidity, entry. Like there's, look at that. Damn, I should have added one. Okay. So in regards to that, I like I said, I don't have a direct dialogue as to how I interpret every like news event or timing, but when there's news at 8:30, I wait for 9:30 a.m. to see if we get a reaction or a nice play. Right? Maybe I'm just on the opposite side of the market today. I've been on the opposite side for some fucking reason. Yesterday I was, or maybe I was just in the wrong asset, but yesterday I definitely was. I felt like on the opposite side because EU ended up dumping hard, but it didn't dump till today, so pretty proud of myself. Still a dub. Still review that day. I mean, I was able to manage the trade accordingly and not get stopped out, but I got break even. Zay says NFP, FOMC, CPI, PPI, PMI, unemployment rates, Jerome Powell, JOLTS, CB consumer confidence, flash manufacturing, PMI, flash services, PMI, course, retail sales, empire, state manufacturing, ISM, manufacturing, PMI. These are the news folders I noticed moved the market. Jesus. See, I don't have all of those written down. Zay's doing a way better job of keeping track of all this stuff than I am. Because, yeah, no, I don't have any of that stuff written down. But I do recognize a lot of those. It just depends how the economy is doing, too. Like, if the economy is doing well, then, yeah, those are going to be, like, chilling. Like, they're not going to be the highest of impact. But when the economy is struggling, like we've been struggling, like how the economy's been struggling lately. You guys already know how the U.S. economy has been struggling lately. Damn, I should have fucking took that. Yeah, how the U.S. economy has been behaving lately or responding lately. The way that their responses are create high volatility during these type of things. Now, something big is happening next year. Something big is happening next year, and it hasn't happened in 4 years. Can someone name what that big event is happening next year, 2024? What's happening 2024 here in the United States? What year is it? It has a specific name. I'm looking for a specific name. Halving. Election year. Yes. My boy said halving. I think Bitcoin is halving. You're not wrong about that. So yes, election year. Election year. Guys, I haven't traded an election year in 4 years. The last time I traded election year, I was getting clapped left and right. I really thought I was going to make it. But election year, okay? Election year is next year. Election year tends to be some of the biggest moves ever. Like, I remember when Trump got elected, with one of the craziest, that was my first profitable year. That was when I was trading Mexican peso. All right, USD Mexican peso. Man, bro. Man, what a year. That year changed my life. Right? But I was getting clapped as well. Like, I was winning, but I was having my best of wins and my hardest of ass whippings, like, from the market. So yeah. So here we are. Next year's the election year, and we're gonna have a quite eventful year, guys. This year you want to position yourself in a winning position for next year. This year you want to position yourself with enough knowledge, with enough resources, with a reliable enough of a system to continue to take advantage of these huge market movements. Next year is going to provide huge market movements again. Okay, can you guys all say today that you're in a position to win? Can you guys say today that you are not going to worry about the market next year, that you're going to be in a winning position, that you know when you have the resources enough to really take advantage of the high market volatility that's going to come about? Can you say that with confidence today? Because if not, then you need to get your ass working. Right? Because if there's any answer but a hell yes, you need to work, bro. This is your wake-up call right now. A reminder that next year is not going to wait for you. Right? The opportunities are not going to wait for you. The opportunities have always been there. The opportunities have always been there. But they're not going to wait for anyone. So, position yourselves today in a winning situation. Don't wait till these crises happen before you take action. Be prepared. All right. Good morning, Hunchos. Everyone, is it just me, or has September been one of the slowest months of the year? Yeah, surprisingly enough. Since August, we've been just moving very slowly. Like, this short does not want to short. And I think it's because... No, yeah. I don't know why our short's not wanting to short, but... Yeah, no, it's been... 1 hour still bullish. You know, price action is still in, like, a bullish order flow. I'm not surprised. But yeah, no, brother, I agree with you. Price action has been moving terribly slowly. I'm excited. Yeah, next year's going to be super fun, dude. I can't wait to spend all next year with you guys. Next year's going to be super fun. We're definitely going to do more of these challenges. So I'm going to go here at the end of September. I'm going to go back to my regular schedule where I'm doing 3 calls a week only. Monday, Tuesday, Friday. Okay? But what I will be doing is considering adding more to that schedule, considering just going live, not later, but just staying live with you guys during the week, like during the same schedule that we've been doing these calls at 9 a.m. Eastern, because I have them pretty late. I think I have them like at 10 a.m. and 9 a.m. Eastern. So what I'm going to do is instead I'm going to switch everything down to 9 a.m. Eastern. So that way we're together on all the calls that we do have. All my live sessions that we'll have in the future are going to be at 9 a.m. Eastern with you guys. So no longer we're going to do these later on calls. We're going to start them all at 9 a.m. Eastern. 3 times a week, Monday, Tuesday, Friday. Okay. And after the holidays are over, I'm going to do another 30-day challenge. Okay, so after the holidays are over, I'm gonna do another 30-day challenge. We'll be going live every single day together, starting January or February. Okay, after all the holidays are over, I'll do another 30-day challenge, and maybe I'll do them quarterly. Maybe I'll do them quarterly, and I'll challenge myself to do them every single quarter. This was the third quarter. The fourth quarter, I'm not gonna do any, but I definitely will have something going for the first quarter of 2024. I want to do something like this again because this was super fun, or it is super fun. Like, I love this. This has been super cool. Super, super cool. Like, I've never gone live this many times and just invited people to my space this many times. But I've always wanted to be a streamer. So this was a really cool experience. And I just want to thank all of you guys for creating a great experience with me. Here we are heading towards this low. I know it took patience. I know it took, fuck, it's going to fucking come back for me. But guys, trust yourselves. Trust yourselves more. Trust yourself now. Trust yourself beyond anybody else. Trust your gut feeling, right? Trust that God in you. You are so much more powerful than you know. Your intuition, yourself, your being is so much stronger than meets the eye. Did you guys see how many times we rejected out of this blue shaded box? Reject, 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 come back, right? Reject, reject, and now we're closed below it, and now we can finally use it as resistance again. Reject, reject, reject. Close below it, come back into it, trade lower. What was once support is now resistance. Alright guys, I'm gonna make a nice little Instagram story because there's 20 plus of us in this call. Let me just take some partials here. I'm gonna take just one partial here. Boom. Just took one contract off. I'm waiting for my take profit to hit. But I'm gonna make a quick Instagram story here while we're waiting for take profit. Okay. I want to know in the chat. I want you guys to blow up the chat while I'm making this story, okay? And I want you guys to drop some sevens. Drop some sevens in the chat if you've learned anything on this channel. Drop some sevens in the chat if you're in these shorts with me on NASDAQ. Drop some sevens in the chat if you've gained something valuable from these live sessions. Drop some sevens in the chat for me, guys. Blow that chat up. Let's go. Let's go. I see a lot of sevens, people in these shorts. Let's get it. Let's get it, guys. The energy here is uncomparable. I love being here with you guys. Thank you so much. Day 17, guys. Day 17. 30-day challenge. Let's go. Thank you guys so much. Yo, that was a cool story. Thank you guys. You guys are so cool. It means a lot to me. It really does. I love stuff like that. I don't really I don't know. This is my, if you guys ever wanted to know my personal life, this is my personal life. This is what I love. Because I take you guys, every student, every person, every streamer, every mentor, I take everyone very seriously. This is so cool. Yep. Alright, guys. Well, the low has gone about, I was about to smack. Okay, so I know that there's a lot of people on the shorts. Somebody said Rah. That's fucking sick. I love it. Zerk, you're the man, bro. I love your energy. Don't ever change that energy, bro. Amplify it. Alright, guys. Honestly, I know it was a very short session, but we took partials. We have objectives. I am going to call it good right there. I am, super happy that you guys were able to you're part of those shorts. Super happy to be here today. I'm gonna go over one more thing as we end the session. DXY pumping, potentially taking out a high again, but overall after this range is done, maybe we'll go to that high up here, but I am anticipating some level of rejection here soon. So very high up in the range, we're still pumping. There was definitely some slight retracements, but overall, as we mentioned, I'm looking at the high end of this blue shaded area, this gap, right? That gap that's just way far to the left that I'm not gonna go over there and search for. We didn't come for the lows, which is awesome. There goes Nasdaq. Let's go. Let's go. Nasdaq dumps. Whoever was a part of that, I mean, shout out to you. Whoever wasn't, still shout out to you for being here today. And that was a nice 1 to 5. It's a a nice 1 to 5. I'm slowly but surely not getting fixated over these fucking risk to rewards. I used to be very fixated about getting like the best risk to reward, but honestly, slowly but surely getting better at not being so fixated about them. Yep, take profit hit. Let's go over the charts one last time before we head out. Okay, again, ideally you'd want to see shorts, but there was barely any weakness in the market in terms of Dow. Dow Jones definitely doesn't want to move lower. So in terms of DXY, for Dow Jones to short, we'd need DXY. For Dow Jones to long properly, we need DXY to start shorting. Like I said, I just don't see that happening yet. Not until we take out this initial high of the day. This one right here, that one we need to take out before we see anything else. Maybe from here, but we need to see bearishness before we can anticipate longs on Dow, okay? Because other than that, I feel like the longs are going to kind of struggle. If you are in the longs, by all means, like, hold them. You know, trust yourself beyond anybody else, especially beyond me, okay? Don't just go off of what I'm saying, but definitely look at the price action. If it's strong, then hold your longs. S&P, we did talk about some shorts, and it's shorting very slowly, very slowly. Maybe S&P will get back to this blue shaded area and continue to accumulate to the upside. I do see that as a possibility, okay? But as of right now, maybe we'll break on the 10 a.m. But as of right now, Dow's kind of struggling to go any higher. Nasdaq is just absolutely fucking dumping. EU, I can imagine you just falling, brother. Let's see. Damn, looks exactly like fucking like DXY. Looks exactly like DXY, but the other way around. Brother Dixie, man. Dixie's just been the best friend lately. Been the brother I never had. Yeah, DXY is daddy for sure. I heard that. Who said that? I think RJ did say that. He's like, DXY is daddy, and he's not lying. All right, guys, we smacked Asian lows. We had an amazing day, amazing morning. We have an incredible week. I'm definitely not going to trade anymore this week. I'm done. I feel like I've over traded. We traded Tuesday, Wednesday, now Thursday. That's 3 days. That's way too much for me, at least. So I am done trading for the week. I will see you guys tomorrow no matter what. We will see each other tomorrow, but I want you guys to understand this setup before I go, okay? We were 50% and above in this bullish imbalance. 50% and above of the whole range here. We were 50% and above of this daily range here. Of the daily range. And we were trading... We didn't go to the high, unfortunately. I wanted to see more of a high taken out. And then we were trading into this gap right here. Okay, that gap plus previous daily high sweep. And Asian lows intact. gave us that long opportunity. I mean, that shorting opportunity. We may go long now. Like, we could definitely end up going long and going for those highs, like we eventually said. Okay, it's just, to me right now, I'm not gonna push any more buttons. But that's where the shorts came from. The range was short. We were in premium on both ends. We took out some highs and we distributed right before the opening price. So it's just clean setup, clean shorts. There was news that influenced it. Shout out to PMI. Is it PPI or PMI? I think it was PPI. One second. I have it on the description of the video. Oh, it's PPI. Okay, it's PPI. Okay, shout out to PPI for that. Take notes of PPI, guys. Take notes of PPI. All right. I'm definitely gonna take notes on some PPI right now because that setup was clean. So with that, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. We had a very early morning. We grinded our asses off. We showed up. We did exactly what we do every single day. Exactly what we do every single day. There's no difference. We show up and do the exact same thing. We get off the charts and we're the exact same people. Don't put this facade that you're a trader only for like 2-3 hours of the day. Remember, you're a trader always. This is your embodiment. This is your being, right? You make decisions based off, I make decisions based off how I look at trades. Every decision's a trade for me, right? I'm not going to over-signify one decision over another. That, I'm telling you guys, saves you so much time, headaches, expectations, right? Have that trader mentality. You remember, you're a professional trader. You're a professional trader, not just when you show up to the charts, not just when we clap the markets, not just when we call out these zones, not just when we're fucking smacking take profit. We're these fucking traders always, man, always. Just letting you guys know, I'm gonna go have myself a nice little J. Have a great morning, and I will just see you guys in the morning at 9 a.m. Eastern for New York session. Okay, last New York session of the week. Make sure you guys are journaling. All right, make sure you guys are journaling, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay, talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.